What's going on, everyone? Papa Gord here, and welcome to episode 1 of Jack About Joes. As many of you know, I really don't know my G.I. Joe. That was when I grew up, the 80s, when all the toys were absolutely awesome, but I was the Star Wars kid. I did have the odd G.I. Joe, but my neighbor had all the G.I. Joe, so I just went over there to play. And if we wanted to do Star Wars, we did that over at my place. So I probably had 20, maybe 25 Joes maximum. Could have been some doubles or triples in there. I just don't remember. I don't have any from when I was a kid. Yeah, so that just kind of goes to show you. I do have some G.I. Joe Classified. I did start the line when it was first out there, but I decided I was going to just focus on Black Series and maybe pick up the odd Joe if it was one that kind of tugged at the heartstrings because it was one I had as a kid. But I sold everything off. I kept the convention exclusives and I think 2 or 3 figures. And I got rid of everything else. Well, now we're up around the 50 mark. And I think I have a majority of the figures I had as a kid. There are some glaring omissions. Flint is one. I know he was out there. I don't think that's Flint. I don't like it. Lady J, I do have the retro one. I don't know. Is it better than the original? She was cheap. That's why she's here right now. So that's more or less my reasoning behind some of them not existing in my collection, because they may have been released, but they just didn't do it for me. So most of the time when I'm live streaming, and if any of you have ever watched any of my live streams, especially when it comes to the Joes, I can't remember the names. I'm not a gun or artillery guy or whatever. I have no idea what most of them are called. So you're gonna get gun or a stick or whatever, a drone. Like, that's how deep. Like, I don't know the name of the rat that comes with tripwire. No idea. And apparently, I guess the drone has a name, or his this thing has an, so this gives you guys the chance to kind of educate me a little bit, because I will be reading all of the comments for this series for sure. So don't butcher me. I am telling you right now, each episode that I'm going to do, 10 minutes max. This one may run a little longer just because I'm trying to explain everything. But I'm just going to grab a figure off the shelf, say what I like about it. I'll move it around a little bit so you see that it does move, in case you don't have that figure, because maybe you're like me and you're like, oh yeah, they look really good, but Duke was my favorite. So, and maybe you just buy the Duke figures. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've got a nice Crimson collection going on myself. The Crimson Guard, I have 4. So that I kind of broke my own rules the odd time, but I am not going after being a completionist. I do wish I would have done the His Tank HasLab. Missed out. I could have gone in with the Dragonfly, but I wasn't. I think that's what it's called, right? The helicopter. But I don't think I was quite where I'm at presently back when that was out. So I passed on that as well. I don't have any like the 3-pack, those types of things. I do have all of the exclusives except for that Hawaiian shirt dude, the pink shirt. The newest one that's been out. Don't have that. Don't, whatever. Knuckles, Bubbles, something. I don't know. Anyway, so today I just happened to pick, because I had no pre-orders come in for my Black Series collection this week. It was a slow week, and you know what? After the week I had like a couple weeks ago, it's good for it to come kind of slow down again. But I picked this guy up. Give me a second. Jason Faria, Shockwave. Why can't I remember that? That's the name of a Transformer. I should know this, but anyway. No clue. I had known nothing about this guy. I am looking at the Action Figure 411 website because I tossed the box. I don't scan the thing to see what they're great at. If they would have gone with the original card, like at least with the cutout that we had as kids, I would have kept those. I would have cut them off the box and put them away, because that's kind of neat. That's nostalgic as well. But no idea. Could not tell you a lick about this dude at all. Except, unfortunately, with mine, I think he's got a bit of an eye problem. But whatever. He still looks pretty cool, and he can carry all of his accessories. And that's the biggest thing that I can say about this classified line, that I don't have a big accessory bin for this line, because it's just not needed. A majority of these figures look after themselves, and honestly, it's bulky pieces like explosion bits and smoke things that came with the melty face guy. Oh my god, anyway, yeah. So this dude, Shockwave, so he's like a military policey enforcer type of dude. Apparently he's like the first to go through the doors, and I guess he's got a good singing voice. Again, know nothing about him. I don't know what aspect of G.I. Joe he's from, if it's comics or was he in the cartoon. I couldn't tell you. I did watch some G.I. Joe cartoon. I watched some episodes. I do recall a decent amount of the movie. And then after that, I couldn't tell you. I'm not a Tiger Force, Python Patrol, any of that stuff. Yeah, nothing. So, if you want to throw a comment down below, you can if you want to give me a quick bio synopsis on this dude, that would be awesome. He's you know what? He's a different color. He's not green and brown, so he's gonna stand out a little bit more. Maybe he'll go hang out with Blue Barbecue. But like seriously, he's got his two pistols, which are pretty cool looking. So I don't know what that is. It kind of looks semi like chunky Uzi-ish. Couldn't tell you. So he's got two of those. The clips are removable. He's got this knife beady hooky stick thing. Again, okay, that's kind of neat. I'm down with that. So that goes down in his little boot holster. Yeah, boot holster. What else? Oh, right. And again, and I love this whole bit with either having like a handgun or like a knife or something on, like, obviously he's kind of rocking some body armor, what have you, and some nice paint apps and whatnot, blue camouflage. And you can see he's got a little extra padding up here, up on the forearms. And you can remove his hat too. So I don't know if this is a thing as well, or if they're just like, oh, you know what? We gave him a lot of stuff, but why not give him at least one more accessory? I don't know. But I'm digging it. I may have to try to fix his eyes. He's a little one up and one over. What else did he come with? Oh yeah, two more things. And oh, there it is. I found the other one. So he's got his Billy stick right there, plain and simple, and like riot shield. Like, look at this thing. Very, very cool. Yeah. Me likey very much for not even having a clue about this guy, and because it was a slow Black Series week, G.I. Joe grows by one more. What are you going to do? I really like them, seriously, so far. He's got, he's got the drop down hip, so he's got more articulation that way, butterfly joints. Again, love that. And just now with not having the pins, whatever, who cares about that one? But even here, I really enjoy. It's great when the company that owns the property can put in as much or as little as they want. And obviously, they care a great deal about this property. I mean, I know there's been revamps of G.I. Joe figures in the past, but as far as going from what we had as the original Star Wars figures to go from 5 POA to what a Black Series figure can do now, wow. Same with G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe has always had really nice articulation. I mean, to be able to at least bend the elbows and the knees and twist the figure. I mean, they blew the Star Wars figures like right out of the water, right out of the gate. The vehicles, the play sets, the USS Flag. Wow, it's all brilliant from back then. I see it more through the new stuff for me, just to looking back and going, oh yeah, man, if I don't get me wrong, Star Wars is still my number one, but the Joes are definitely growing. They're earning their real estate. There's a few Black Series I can't say the same thing for. But anyways, everybody, this was episode 1. I'm gonna, if you want, throw a name out there. I'll see if I have that figure, and maybe that'll be episode 2. But I am going to be dropping these very regularly. But like I said, 10 minutes or less, I'll just whatever, and we'll have some fun with it. So comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Later, eh?